This is Liturke. The account has been created to see how much of Genshin we can beat with only pyro element. From performing glitches, getting the most insane luck, and sometimes doing some very harsh punishments. It was certainly a weird journey, to say the least. Here are the rules. Only use pyro characters, which is obvious, free to play, and improvise punishments when necessary. That's pretty much it. This is Can You Beat Genshin Impact with only pyro? Play the trailer. The journey started on the beach, with us taking our first ever step and drowning immediately. Of course, this happens, yeah, of course. What is that melody? 3 times. Fantastic start, yeah. So of course, water being the natural enemy of every single Genshin player, we made our way to the statue, while getting this close to drowning again. So after touching the statue and attacking the air, we voluntarily pushed some slimes into the water. And on the way to getting out the forest, a wild trainer challenges us into a duel. Now normally I would just reset the run because Berry Bunny only knows how to use self-destruct and could quite literally kill my team. But somehow, by pure chance, we managed to get blast protection early on. So by default we won the battle and got Amber as our first ever recruit. We then make our way to the town hall and wishing is officially unlocked. Now it was time to make a choice, Noel banner or standard banner. I ended up using RNG to decide for me and Noel banner won the match. Alright, first pull up the count, let's see what we get. Skip that. Okay, this was a mistake. I've made a mistake. Our first obstacle was Kai's domain, where we just jumped over the spikes. After that we did Amber's domain, where we just did it normally because it's our domain. And on Lisa's domain, I utilised the invisible platform on the side and just jumped off and made it to the platform. Holy lag. And with that we finished Act 1 of Modstart. But pause right there. You see, even though everything looked normal and ordinary, something weird happened. My OBS crashed. Of course, logically I just assumed that the recording was not saved. Spoilers, it was. So because of the way I wrote the rules, it means that I had to do a punishment for no reason. So rise and shine on day 2, this happened. I mean, we all make mistakes once. Like there's no way I'm gonna make another mistake, right? Right? Please? Leyline incident. You see, I'm just such a genius person that I was like, doing story quests is for beta male. I am the alpha and I am going to do ley lines to grind AR. Note that each ley line has 2 slimes, 2 mini slimes, 2 waffle flowers, and they're all pyro. It's surrounded by grass, which lights up and does damage. They all have shields as well, which can be only broken with physical damage. My Amber does 3 damage per hit. And after 2 hours of just grinding, I hit AR 10 and proved that ley lines is just clearly a superior way of grinding. Even though I'm going mentally insane. Rise and Shine Day 3. I was feeling brave that day, so I wanted to explore Dragonspine and take on one of my oldest rivals in the entire game, the Liturke. I mean, I'm confident in my abilities. Like, I've been playing this game for 2 years, I have dodging skills, I have the skills to play all. I mean, it was latency, yeah, my tank's bad, like, he keeps charging in, yeah. Yeah, so turns out early game characters can be weak. Who would have guessed? So just like a person without a wheelchair, I came crawling back to my abusive ex, which is ley lines. Days 4 to 9, a lot of things happened. I started off by doing the Amber story quest, which to basically summarize is her scamming us into doing her own work for a gliding license that's legally free. After that, I spent the rest of the days collecting chests and Immoculus, unlocking the map and facing the Liturke again for the 3rd time. Also, side note, look at this little technique that I learned for beating pyro mages. Come on, it's pretty cool, right? On day 10, reality hit me. Quite literally. You see, in early game, on most accounts, I like to spend my resin on fighting bosses and hoarding up as many boss drops as humanly possible. And since this is a pyro-only account, we will need a lot of crystals and pyroflower seeds. So basically, I had to fight this guy for hours. And after dying immediately, I got PTSD, quite literally. For those who don't know, this is my 2nd attempt on the series. And on the previous attempt, I spent a whole week grinding this singular boss with only an Amber and a Yamfe. I hear the voices, it's all coming back. I'm basically doing the same thing. Again. So at that point, I had 2 different choices. Either keep this account and just pray for the best, or reroll accounts and get a character that does physical damage. And in the future, you will see that physical damage is one of the most important aspects of this challenge. So of course, in classic Liturke fashion, I left it up to coin flip. Again. And thank God, rerolling won the bet, because I would have gone mentally insane. Day 11 and 12 was spent rerolling accounts, and since it was Ike Spanner at the time, it proved to be a bit difficult. I roughly burned through about 53 accounts in the span of 2 days, and after spending 27 hours in total, we actually managed to get a decent account. This account had a Liturke, and to be honest, 2024, Liturke is still the goated character in terms of pyro physical 5 stars. Day 13 came around and it was time to say goodbye to Liturke Original. It was certainly an account, at least. We then started the second part of the Archon quest, which to summarize in very few words is: this is Footsteps. This is Femboy. This is Ball. Okay, why is the ball not attacking? Let's just check Liturke out. I mean, I would as well, personally. This is Steely. This is Creepy. This is Hassle, I mean Bad Guy. I mean, last time I did this, I did it in like sub 2 minutes. So this should be easy. And finally, this is day 14. We fell off. Quite literally. We then killed some Helitrals here and there and met up with my worst nightmare. Pyro mages. If I just push them like there, like I did with slimes, I think the 2 mage should just fall to his death. Yeah, I mean logically, it sounds logical. Wait, that actually worked. Man, I'm 5-head. I'm too good at this game. And then we got AR locked again. So I spent the rest of the day just trying to solve this puzzle for hours. Hit me, hit me, hit me. I know you want to. I moved. No. Fuck. Ah. Okay, that's not how it works. Huh. Wait, if I cause overload, like by hitting pyro, it might work. Boom. Ah. Listen, I had to use 99% of my brain cells just for a clear mobility. It's kinda tough out here, okay? Day 15 and 16 was spent grinding an Immortalis, which went as you'd expect.
You are my special, my only special.
On day 17, I just did the usual artifact boss grinding and look at this little artifact that I got. It's got like 30% crit damage and a bit of elementary mastery, which brings my overall stat to like 80% crit damage, which is really good, I would say.
Huh?
Rise and grind on day 18, I woke up at like 5 in the morning and wanted to grind the Cryo Flower for some reason. You know what? I feel confident that I can beat the Cryo Flower in like 2 rotations, I would say.
There can be no excuse.
You died to the ground! You died to the bloody ground! Okay. Yeah, you see, this is what you call training arc, yeah. Like, I didn't die, I died on purpose, yeah. Like, definitely. And then somehow got an Ica? Wait, is this recording? Yeah. So basically, after reaching AR 15, I just got a free wish. So, you know, I just did a quick, like, cheeky pull to build some pity, and God, got Kamisato Ayaka. How? Why? Why you? Why? This whole incident felt like a fever dream. I don't remember what happened, but I've got to suffer through the consequences now, which sucks. So just like any normal person in the situation, I spent 4 hours tuning the maths, and I've got to say, the chances of this happening is very low. But I guess, we just gotta let it go. So in resentment, I took a tactical 1-day break, and from day 20 to 27, I followed this very specific routine of wake up, smack some rocks, do some commissions, and finish this domain 5 times. On day 28, I unlocked the entirety of the map, and rise and grind on day 29. I had a plan. Remember that puzzle which had a claim ability as a price? Well, I still wanted that, so I decided to conduct an experiment to see what are the limitations of co-op and how can I take advantage of this. But of course, I made things difficult by translating everything that I say 5 times. Why? I don't know. What element? You know what? This is a bit too easy. I'm just gonna point out where it is and hopefully they get it. If they don't, then I'm fucked. Okay, they got Rosaria. Ah. Fuck. Huh. Well, no one told me about this, what the fuck? In hindsight, this was a failure, but you'll see in the future, this was probably the first step to a very unknown glitch. But now, let's kind of speed up. On day 30 and day 1, I carried on with the Arkham quest, and 2 cycled the End Dragon. Take a seat with Amber. Alright. Is something supposed to happen? You know what, maybe I'm just on the wrong seat. Maybe I should just sit somewhere else. Huh. Well, maybe I'm just in the wrong seat again. Okay, what the f- Days day 2 to day 5, I spent the time doing ley lines again. And rise and grind day 36, something truly special happened. Co-op was unlocked. How? Well, that is a very long story. Okay, you gotta stick with me because it's gonna get complicated. So remember earlier the whole co-op incident? Well, after that I started the Arkham quest and have not done any other story quests like the Amber quest, the Kaya quest and Diluc quest. So, as seen in the earlier clip, all the story quests overlapped with each other and it made me start all the story quests to finish the Arkham quest, if that makes sense. Okay, now it gets a bit weird. I started the Kaya quest and immediately moved on to the Arkham quest, where I interacted with Amber and immediately moved on to her quest, where I did it halfway and started the Kaya quest again, left the game and rejoined the game, started the Arkham quest, finished up the Amber quest, and finally unlocked co-op. That made no sense. Day 37 to 39, I finished a couple of floors of the Abyss and crafted a physical damage claymore. Day 40, someone joined my co-op and I'm so salty I didn't record this, but here's how it went.
Hey little child, do you want to go Inazuma UDU?
Yes! Why? What?
Well, I don't care. Here are the instructions. I was never here.
What the flippity-jippity? Did I just witness? My brain is trembling!
Of course, I was confused, but I felt like I was the chosen one. So I followed the instructions, which were build a boat.
Oh my god! Galvanized square steel です. Let's transform a 0 square meter space into a fully functioning house. Firstly, remove the windows on both sides and construct the frame using galvanized square steel. Borrow some screws from...
Use the secret jutsu to defy the borders and break the game. Then look at this guy doing a moonwalk. And then get stuck in this sequence where I can't die, or move, or do anything. And now I am in Inazuma and there's only one objective. Days 41 to 53, I just did the usual, and on day 54, Hoyoverse gave us a present in the form of a pyro support character, aka Chevrolet. Now Chevrolet was a game-changing character. Her skill heals the team and does damage to the enemy, her burst enhances pyro damage of the overall team, and her voice lines are pretty cold. One such as myself can say, she's probably the best pyro support. Oh wait, Bennett exists. She's probably the second best pyro support. Yeah, yeah. So in the mission together in our team, I gathered the finest goons out in the market, and we went on a mission to get Chevros. Hey, we got ourselves the achievement. Now we wish. Speed. You get the Kazuya sword. Pretty nice. Oh wait. I was looking down. I didn't see the screen. I was looking at chat. But we got Chevros. I was looking at chat, but we got Chevros. The wind, the sitting down on the thing works. Sitting down on the Venti statue, it works. The wrong banner. Let's see. And guess what? We got ourselves a purple, first of all, and we got ourselves a C2 Chevros. And now that we have a C1 Chevros, this team was starting to look pretty good, with only one more spot left from a full stack, which on day 68 we could finally fill because it was Lanternite and we get to choose a free character. But of course, in classic Liturke fashion, I only had 7 hours left and I was surviving on 2 hours of sleep the whole time, so it was certainly a stretch.
My mistake, original gangster. No, this cannot be forgiven. Now empty the compartments of your pantaloons. For what purpose? And discard of your footwear as well. For what purpose? In fact, I am equipped to summon the one casually known as Little Travis on your buffoon self.
Away! Let us away!
So weird.
Coming!
And after 4 hours of just non-stop grinding, we were rewarded with a Gaming. It was totally worth it because he is one of the best power DPS. Days 69, nice, to 71 was spent upgrading my characters and weapons, and also explaining my weird keybinds, which for the record is fixed, officially. Day 72 to 76, I literally just did this one event for a polearm that scales off HP, which was perfect for my Chevros. On day 80, I finished the first part of the Leave Archon quest, and on day 81, I just did the whole Ascension domain while explaining how my previous series, One Element, ended and how this series was hopefully not gonna have the same fate. Well, I spoke too soon because on day 82 to 85, I hit a brick wall. And it's the same brick wall that I hit last time. You see, this puzzle right here required an emo to be activated, and this is a pyro-only series. So I did have some plans to, I guess, mitigate this or like bypass it. But as always, all of them failed. Except one. You see, someone just joined my co-op and activated it with an emo character. And it worked. It was that simple. But I spoke too soon. Again. Because as soon as he left, we got resetted. So with no other choice in my hand, I did this. Oh no, our Lamine is currently pyro. Look at that. Pyro Lamine. Look at that, pyro. And it worked. Pyro swell. This is legal and totally in the rules because she's in every one of my thumbnails. What the fuck? Did I mess up something? Excuse me? Yo, like... Yo, did I break the game? And finally, day 86 to 100. The final stretch, and since this was a recent event, I'll very briefly summarize what happened. So to start off, Arakuna's banner was out at the time, with only a 3 days timer. And since recently I've just won a 50-50 against Ayaka and have not wished a single time after that, I've only saved up 34 wishes in total. So basically, nothing was in my favour. I was working with a time limit, limited wishes, no events, and no pity. So it was certainly a struggle. But I had some plans and the results were very unexpected. I'll leave it at that. Okay, it's finally time for final thoughts. First of all, it's insane that we reached 2K in the span of 5 videos. Come on, that's insane, right? And second of all, I have a lot of projects that I want to do during the summertime. So they will be listed in the comments, and with that said, I've been speaking for 48 minutes. I'm gonna sign off. Bye.